Are we on the air?
Yes, you are.
Hello, Ma. I'd like to hear a new beat on the request line.
Okay, you got it coming up.
Yeah. 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 Oh. Alright, so yeah, I love this one. Everybody, welcome. Mills the Virgo here. You are listening to Mills Speaks. This is another original beat. I'm bringing it down. It's another original beat that is just entitled Cypher. Okay? This song has it's no song. It's just a beat. It's a repeated beat, a repeated loop, over and over and over. Pick a spot and go. This is a track that I would play for a rapper who wanted a beat from me. Simple. And I'd say, I'm gonna play this beat and just pick a spot and go. Let me hear what you got. And a lot of times they had bars, and then other times they didn't. So then I determined how good their bars were. I determined how much energy I was going to put into a beat for them, or determined, I have the perfect beat for you. You know what I'm saying? So I felt it was only fitting because this is just kind of a crazy week. So just pick a spot and go. Literally, I'm going to pick a spot and go with all this crazy news, all this crazy turn of events, everything. You guys will hear that. That is my cup. I've got some crack ice in here for my job. My job's got the best ice in the world. No, I don't work at Sonic. It's fantastic though. So you guys will hear that. That's just me drinking. Because oftentimes your mouth gets dry when you're talking. Anywho, I hope that you guys are having a fantastic week. This is the first week of second quarter for those of you who are business minded. I was very excited to get out of the first quarter. The first quarter was a disaster, and I already knew it was going to be a disaster even before the first quarter started. So I have done that. We all have. I'm very happy about that. April, this week at work was crazy. So I'm glad I'm glad it's Friday. Okay, I got no worries. I'm glad it's Friday. I'm glad that it's the weekend. I'm finally, guys, gonna see Us tomorrow. I'm very excited about this. I will be going alone since none of my friends are going to go see it with me because they are too scared to see it. Talking to you, Rachel and Carrie. Talking to you. Anywho, but no. So I am going to go see it tomorrow, so I'll probably record tomorrow to give a review of that finally, and then I can kind of move on with that because I do want to hopefully next week see the movie with Issa in Little Marseille in Regina Hall. Is it called Little or Big? I have no idea. I think it's called Little. Okay. And that movie I did not talk about on the movies episode because I had totally forgotten about it, and plus the list that I was working off of didn't have it on there, so it kind of slipped my mind. But that movie seems like it's going to be dope, so we'll talk about that later. Okay, so so much to talk about. So I've got this episode might be called Fam Bam. This episode might be called I don't know. We'll probably stick with Fam Bam, but I'm not sure. So much to talk about. So the first thing I have listed on here, my man Zion Williamson from Duke. So, those of you who are sports people or just Duke fans or South Carolina fans, whatever you may call it, if you have been paying attention, Duke was in the NCAA tournament. I say was because they got bounced out. It is extremely unfortunate that my man Zion would not be able to play for a championship this year, but rest assured, he will be a millionaire by the end of the year, so don't even worry about it. He's going to be okay. I did see today that he just got AP Player of the Year, which is pretty dope. He'll be going into the draft sitting pretty at the number 1 spot. We can only pray that the Lakers wins the lottery and we can get either him or Ja Morant, and then we can start to try to build a damn team, because as a Laker fan, I'm disgusted. Okay? But anywho, so shout out to Zion Williamson for a phenomenal year. He's done it. He really has done it. Put South Carolina, put everybody on the map. He is amazing. He goes down as one of the best South Carolina or college players from South Carolina, along with like my man Connor Shaw, along with Jadeveon Clowney, so many others out there. Okay, so shout to Duke and shout to Zion Williamson. I also have written down here commercials. I think I was just laughing, and there's some commercials out there. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to TV these days, but there's like 3 commercials in particular I love. I got a Geico commercial where the little gecko's talking to this little lady at a diner about, oh, you can do all of this 24/7, and she's looking unimpressed and unbothered, okay? And he goes, and what do I have to do to get access to that, to some of that pie? You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. And she just goes, pie! And the guy in the back goes, pie's coming! And it's hilarious every single time. And she was like, that's what it takes, babe. And I'm like, oh my God, lady. So I love that commercial. The Reebok commercial with the little Asian girl, I think we are all very confused about this commercial. I mean, I'm here for weird dancing. I'm here for sneakers. I'm here for levitation. I'm here for all of it, okay? I don't understand. My mother made the commercial very R. Kelly. She was like, what is that little girl doing gyrating in front of that grown man? I'm like, whoa. That is not what this commercial is even about, Mom. I said, no, she's controlling them. As she looks at people, they start dancing. Okay, they trying to play basketball, but now they got to dance. I said, Mama, come on. God damn it. Anyway, and then as on the ridiculous end, we've got KFC with the chicken and waffles. And for some reason, Colonel Sanders is doing the dirty dancing dance with the Aunt Jemima syrup bottle. So, I'm not sure what we're doing there. I get chicken and waffles is a very big thing these days. Everybody has a restaurant that they can go to that's doing the best chicken and waffles of the city, maybe the state. But come on, KFC, get it together. So this week, I want to talk. I have the NCAA and the GLAAD Awards with Jay and Beyonce, but I really feel like I should start here and turn the page. So Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, I was, I had my notepad out and I was, trying to make sure that, anything that I saw, anything that came up as news or whatever, that I could write it down, and so that I had it for the podcast. So, I don't know what time of day this was, but at some point I got word, or got the news that Nipsey Hussle had been shot. And I said, oh my God. I said, what? I said, no. I said, well, alright, he gets shot, they rush him to the hospital, he'll be alright, he'll be out of commission for a bit, he'll come back, everybody who got love for Nip, okay, cool, right? Not even an hour later, I had to literally take my, my pen and cross over Nipsey Hussle shot to Nipsey Hussle killed. So yeah, that was a lot. So obviously I had known about Nipsey Hussle's music just a little, not a lot. I know way more about his music now today on April the 5th than I did on March the 31st. But I did know how smart he was. I knew that he was out here trying to be a teacher to our people. I knew he was out here buying the blocks up. I knew he was out here with businesses. I knew that he had Lauren London as his wife, or woman, or whatever labels are with them. I knew what it was there. It's it's hurtful. This one, and then, you know, I've listened to tons of people over the week, over the radio, certain podcasts, certain conversations I've had with regular people that I know, and this one is a way different feeling. And I want to say the last time I felt really hurt about somebody dying like this, oh man, I don't know. It sucks. It's not even he got gunned down and he's killed in his own neighborhood, or he got gunned down and he was killed in front of his own business. You know, it's every bit of the stories that are coming out. It's like, well, he was only there because his best friend who just got out of prison for 20 years was there, and he went there to get him some clothes and get him straight. Oh my God. It's like, come on, man. Every time they bring a story out, it's like, it makes this thing so much worse. You know what I'm saying? They talk about how he's got the STEM programs for the hood. You know, these young kids don't know anything about science and technology, and he was trying to bring it to them so that they wouldn't be so far behind when they get of age to be able to go to college or community college or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to help. He's trying to change the hood by buying the hood, creating jobs, you know what I'm saying, talking to everybody. The day before he got shot, I think he was supposed to, or the day after he got shot, he was supposed to go and sit down with the, LAPD and talk about gang relations in the hood between, gang members and people of color in hoods, and the police. It's like you can keep going with this amount of stuff this man was about, and it's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate, and it's like, okay, yeah, all right, we get it. This guy, Eric Holder, this guy, he did it. He shot him. He was there. They had conversation. He shook his hand. He told him he wanted them to bounce. He dipped. He came back. He shot at everybody. Shot Nipsey. Nipsey was alive on the ground. He doubled back. He shot him in the head. He doubled back again. He left. He doubled back again. Kicked Nipsey in the head. Kicked his body. You feel me? Like, bruh, what is this? So yeah, y'all can sit here and say, well, this is what it was, and this is how it happened, and this is who did it. Here's the video. I've heard lots of people have the idea that this may have very well been his whole setup. It was a hit because of his influence, because of the good that he was doing in the community, because of the Dr. Sebi, interview and documentary thing that he was going to be producing. Like, all of these things contribute to my thought process of this not being as straight as they're trying to make it. Like, it's not just, he's just a hating ass nigga in the hood who just took, one of the best guys out. Like, no, I don't see this as it being that simple, honestly. And I think, a lot of people, a lot of celebrities are just so upset. You guys think it's a conspiracy. You can't think it's a conspiracy because da-da-da-da-da. And I know that the government's done this kind of thing before, but this is not that situation. How the hell do you know? How the hell do you know? How do you know? How could it not be both? How could it not be very, very true that this man was jealous, this man was this man was an informant, he was a known snitch, he was a known snitch. This guy worked with the cops, he worked with the fuzz. What in the world makes you think for 1 second that this could not both be true? Why could it not be both true? But I digress. I did notice that not only were Bloods and Crips, these are gangs, guys, not only were the Bloods and Crips and all of these other gangs like mourning Nipsey, because obviously he's a great guy, but so was the police, and I found very interesting. But again, if you were around the community, you probably got to know him, and you probably knew he was a great guy. Especially if you had a conversation, I would imagine, with him. He probably was a very uplifting dude, very chill, very relaxed. That's my kind of guy, actually. I mean, I can't find a dude like that to save my life. I'd love it. But anywho, so it's extremely sad. I keep hearing stories, keep seeing things. Lauren London finally said something on her social media, maybe about Wednesday or so, which I was just praying for her, because she's just going through it, man. This is not it. The love of your life, your partner in crime, your partner in life, has been taken away. And I can't imagine what she's going through. I can't imagine what my cousin's going through. My cousin, Sharita, she's going through the same exact thing. She just lost her husband maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago now. And, I mean, every day or every other day, she's posting, like, a video of him or, posting things. And she misses him like crazy. And I just can't imagine how it is to have the love of your life be taken from you like that. God, that is too much to bear. That's too much to bear. So I just sending love and light to my cousin, sending love and light to Lauren London and Nipsey Hussle's family, and rap family, the hip hop community, everybody who knew him and cared. I hope everybody can get through this easy, or at least get through it. I'm not gonna sit on this too long, but I will say that I've known about Nipsey Hussle's album, The Victory Lap. So let me just pull this up right quick, because Victory Lap album came out in, looks like February 2018. Is that right? So I had heard about the album maybe June, July, August, September of 2018. I had been paying attention. People had been talking about, oh, Nipsey Hussle's album is the best. Because remember, last year, 2018, that was a whole bunch of music. I mean, J. Cole released his music. Cardi B had released her music. The Carters had released Drake. Kanye and his shenanigans. Tiana Taylor. All of these people, Janelle Monáe, Black Thought, like, I can keep going and going and going and going. So 2018 was a big year for music. So Nipsey Hussle definitely got lost in the cracks. To make it simple, his album came out right around the time that Black Panther came out. I was not here for nothing else but Black Panther at the time, and that Black Panther soundtrack until J. Cole's joint dropped in April, and I think Cardi's also dropped in April. So yeah, I definitely got sidetracked with Victory Lap. So I remember I heard several people saying how good it was, and I also remember that YG put an album out in 2018 too. Let me see when that was, because there was a time where I was looking for some West Coast rap. I was like, I just need some kind of West Coast rap, you know what I'm saying? And I just needed. Let me see when that was. So he released his album in August 2018. You see what I'm saying? So around the time when I started listening to the YG, I wanted it. And the YG album is good. It's cool. It's got the stuff that I was looking for. But when I listened to this Victory Lap album this week, I realized that this was the album that I was looking for. This was the album I needed to fill that West Coast fix. So I have, I have a thing. I have a thing for West Coast music. I don't know what it is. It's just, I just love it. It just sits in my spirit the right way. Simple. I don't know how else to say it. And so I love a nice bounce. I love a nice bounce. I love the fact that them dudes would, braid their hair down. I love the khakis and the chucks and the plaid. I was here for it all. I love Snoop. I love all of that shit. I have no idea why I'm into it. I have grown up with no part of that life at all, period. So there's really no real reason why. But I love it. Just like I'm Jamaican. So I'm also Jamaican. But we'll talk about that another time. Alright, so this album is really dope. If you have not had an opportunity to listen to the Victory Lap album from Nipsey Hussle or any other album, because this man has about 5 albums. He's about 5 or 6 albums actually out there. Lots of music, lots of content out there. Check Nips out. He was talking about phenomenal things. He's talking about this line that he toes. He talks about this hood life. He talks about financial freedom. He talks about trying to take care of his kids, take care of his family, take care of the hood, take care of everybody, and it's just everything. It's a perfect mix of the sophisticated MC and the hood ratchet shit. The hood ratchet shit. It's a nice balance, a nice mix. So check out Nipsey Hussle if you get an opportunity. Let's see. have written down here, we're going to move on from Nipsey. I'm going to go back to Jay and Beyonce. Jay-Z and Beyonce attended the NCAA Image Awards and the GLAAD Awards. I think Jay-Z received an award at the NCAA awards. I think they both received awards at both, if I'm not mistaken. But they both looked phenomenal. Beyonce is the best. She's queen. Simple. I try not to do stuff like this, you know, go over the top about people that I don't know, but fuck it. I love Beyonce, truly. I don't give a damn who knows it. So there's that. So it was dope to me that they even went, because, you know, guys, Beyonce and Jay-Z don't make it to award shows often. I mean, especially not the ones you really want them to be at, like the Grammys. They said F the Grammys, go to the GLAAD Awards, holla. Go to the NCAA Awards. So I did see something, like a meme, and it was like, yeah, Beyonce and Jay-Z, you know, skipped the Grammys Awards, went to the NCAA and the GLAAD Awards, and it was something like, you go where you're appreciated, you know, always go where you're appreciated, which is, of course, you know, your black people appreciate Beyonce. Everybody, I think, appreciates her, but, you know, you go where you're wanted and where you're loved, and obviously you're loved with black people, and you're absolutely loved with the gays. Simple. Okay? The gays love B, and they damn should, because she's the best. So I did notice that there was a point in time where at one of these awards, and I think it was the NCAA Awards, but at one of these awards, you know, our man, what is this boy's name? His real name? Omari Hardwick. That's his name. That's Omari. My bad. We're going to call him Ghost. We'll call him Ghost for those that are all up on power. So Ghost comes over and he's up here trying to show love. He takes a picture with Jay-Z on the side, you know, like, oh, one of them, you know, got to put my peace sign up, you know, nice little non-smile. Okay, Jigga Man, boom, click, right, got the picture. Then he moves over to Beyonce, who has just hugged Naturi, you know, who plays Tasha on Power, okay? You know, she's over there politicking with her. And so he comes over, he gives her a hug, gives her a kiss on the cheek. Cool. The hug was a little lingering, but alright, because, you know, niggas. But then after that, he came back for seconds. He came back for a second kiss, a little closer to the mouth. Not quite on the mouth, but like the side of the mouth. I know he got, like, it definitely got side lip. I know he got side lip, okay? So when I first saw the video, before it was a thing, before it made it to the shade room, before, you know, the Beehive showed out and showed up, you know, like, I saw the video and I was like, oh, okay, so you're gonna come in for seconds. Oh, alright, Ghost. Now, I think Ghost is extremely sexy, so I would welcome that at any given moment, but at the same time, I'm not Beyonce, and I'm not somebody who just finished hugging up all of these people, and every time they walk past me, I gotta get up and get a hug and a picture, you know, all of this kind of shit. Like, I'm aggravated now. But then here comes Ghost with his damn, you know, fucking lips all over her, okay? I said, well, I'll be John Brown. Like, this man ain't standing right here, could just yoke his little ass up. But I guess Jay-Z said, you know what, I got a nice suit on, and I ain't even tripping, okay? Because if I was in his position, I might do the same thing. Maybe that's what was on his mind. All I do know is that it didn't take long for the Beehive, or whatever you want to call it, to start talking about how he was ridiculous for doing this, and people were upset about this. They were like, what are you doing, sir? Could you back up, sir? You know, all of these things. It was funny to me. I laughed. I got a good cackle over the whole ordeal, because it's just funny how much people protect Beyonce. Beyonce don't need y'all's help. She don't need y'all's help, though. So, but thank you. You feel me?
Okay,
it's a trip, though. So that happened. That definitely happened. I can't. So I also have down here Cap looking like a grown man with a grown man body. So what that even means is Cap went to some event that happened over the weekend with, I think it was Quavo from the Migos. I think it was his event. It was some kind of football charity event. I don't know, they had their little tight shirts on out there, you know, and maybe it was touch football. I have no idea what it was, but Cap came out there, and Cap was looking like an entire snack. I said, look at this man. This man, no, he looked good. Now, he was a cute boy, you know, when he was playing and stuff, when he was out here Kaepernicking. Okay, those of you who actually was paying attention to football while he was playing, you know, he was out here Kaepernicking. That was kissing his muscle every time he ran a touchdown in. Okay, he did that. But he was thin, you know, he was a thin guy or whatever, and he's put a little weight on, and he looks really good. He looks football ready is what he looks. So we'll pray that he gets a team soon. We'll see. So shout out to Cap. Let's see. I've got that 45. Let's see. 45. The Mueller report. There's something about his collusion, and that there was no collusion with Russia, right? There was no collusion with Russia, and apparently we're unclear about the obstruction of justice part. Now, I don't know that there's been any updates from when I wrote this on the paper, because I haven't seen anything updated yet, but I just get him out. Just get him out of here, okay? I don't care about these reports anymore. I don't care about anything else. Just get him out of here. Get him out of here, okay? God, Jesus. New movies, Shazam and Hellboy. Okay, new movies. I moved the fuck on from 45. Sorry, I moved the fuck on. All right. So new movies, Shazam and Hellboy. I don't have a clue what Shazam is even about. I mean, I know the word. I get it. I see he's a superhero, I guess. I don't know if he's like super. I have no idea who Shazam is. I definitely don't do comic books. But I really don't do DC comics and shit. Like, I have no idea what's happening there. And DC is so dark and so serious. Like, I'm not interested in anything fun from DC. The most fun I want to have from DC is Aquaman, because that boy is sexy, okay? Alright, I'm gonna have all kinds of fun with him. And that movie was good. It really was. And it was a much brighter, more colorful DC movie. I've never seen a DC movie that colorful, that bright, that funny, that interesting at all. DC is normally really dark and really out of control. So shout out to Shazam, and hopefully that's good. I don't know. I'll catch that probably. I'll watch that, you know, on my Fire Stick, you know, maybe. It's a big maybe. Like, I have to hear from multiple people, wow, Shazam's good. You know, I need to hear that, because I'm not interested. And Hellboy. So Hellboy, those that know me know that I love Hellboy. Hellboy is the best. The first two movies were amazing. Whatever that man's name, I think his name is Ron Perlman. He played Hellboy. He's the best. I think he's on the Sons of Anarchy show on FX. He's on some show on FX now. Or it might even be off, but he was. I don't know. Just Google my man Ron. But he played Hellboy, and I will still watch those Hellboys. I think they're on Netflix. I even own them. They're so good. They're so good. Like, the special effects is amazing. Everything is so dope. So, you know, fast forward 2019, and here we go with an updated version of Hellboy. I don't even know. This boy looks retarded, okay? And I'm not in, like, a special needs. Oh, he looks like something's wrong with him. No, Hellboy just looks dumb. He just looks dumb, okay? He really does. Like, I mean, I'm not into it. I'm not into it, and I don't understand why we have to continuously make movies over and over again. I mean, damn. So anyway, so those are coming, or out now, who knows, whatever. I had a conversation with some of my coworkers, and they put me on to something that I obviously should have been trying for some time now, which would be the Walmart pickup, okay? So, you know, those of you who do your own shopping and live your life out here, you've gone to Walmart and you've noticed that they have this little area at the front of the parking lot, not like at the front of the store, where you can park to pick up. You know, you can get on your app and you can do your grocery list, and somebody will take a buggy that has pickup over the buggy, on the sides of the buggy, They will pick out your groceries. They will bag them up. And they'll bring them out to your damn car. Bruh. We as a people are lazy. Okay? It's not even just a country. As a people, we're lazy. Okay? But it sounds dope. And apparently, depending on the store, so don't go expecting this from your local Walmart, okay? But apparently, depending on the store, say you needed, a coworker told me that they ordered like some Kool-Aid, some lemonade, some lemon Kool-Aid, okay? Apparently, they didn't have the lemon Kool-Aid; it was out of stock, and I think that's like 72 cents. So they gave them like an entire unopened thing of, well, of course it had to be unopened. You wouldn't give it to me open, but anyway. They gave her a Country Time, one of those big jars of Country Time lemonade. And if you guys are not from the South and, have no idea what I'm talking about, Country Time lemonade is like crack. Okay? It's the best. The absolute best. They had it in a can. You could drink it straight from the can, or you could make it yourself. My mother would make it for me. You take some of it in there, you throw some sugar in there, you put some water in that bitch, you mix that hoe up, you threw it in the refrigerator, bam, lemonade, bam, okay? But they gave that to her, and that probably was about $3, right? So they gave her the $3 thing instead of the 72 cent thing, and they charged her 72 cents for it. So apparently this is a cool situation, all right? It's a very cool situation. I told them I would try it. I told them I would mention it on this podcast. One of them does listen to it, so there you go, Kathleen. And I'm very excited about this. They've also put me onto Smart Food popcorn, specifically the popcorn with the cheddar and the caramel mixed together. I mean, what are y'all doing to me? Damn! And it's amazing. It is amazing. And really, I just want the caramel corn, but you can't get that individually, so I do actually have to buy this bag with the cheddar in it, which it's good. It's good. It's no problem. But I mean, the caramel corn is definitely the highlight. And it's better than Crunch and Munch. It's better than Cracker Jack. It's better than Crumbers. I've had Crumbers too. It's better than Crumbers. It's just really good. So you guys check out that Smart Food popcorn. They should be giving me somebody for this ad, okay? And check out the Walmart pickup if that's what you're into. I mean, if not, that's cool. I mean, and it doesn't have to be Walmart pickup because, I mean, I think it's every store. I saw in there when I was downloading the app that Publix has one, and y'all know Publix is the shit. Like, I love Publix, okay? I just can't shop there on a regular basis. But I love Publix. And so if you want to make your life more easy, work on that app and get it, order it, and then go pick it up. You can set a time when you're going to be there. They'll be ready. I mean, it's amazing. They send you an email, of course, beforehand, letting you know, hey, we didn't have this. We substituted for that. You can say, yeah, I'll take that. You can say, no, I don't want that. They'll take it out. So, yeah. I'll be trying it on my next grocery visit, honestly. So, if it can save me time and I don't have to be running around the store and struggling to check out and all of that stuff, that'll make me so much happier in life, I believe. And the coworker did say that this changed her entire life. Okay? I wrote this down, that she said that it literally changed my weekend lifestyle, is what she came back and said. Because at first she said it changed her entire life. Okay? But we'll roll with the weekend lifestyle simply because it's important. She's got kids, I don't, so this is not a big problem for me of going into the store, but I can understand where it would be a struggle for moms or parents, who just work and have to deal with children when they get off. I mean, God bless you guys. So shout out to the Walmart pickup. Shout out to making life easier, and shout out to my coworkers who put me on to this shit. So, next I've got Fam Bam Written. So, the reason why I even have this written down is because I have two cousins, I really have three cousins who are out here doing their thing, but I'm really just going to talk about the two right now, and then I'll just add in my other cousin a little bit later, when I get more information about what she's got going on. But, so my cousins, Keisha and Lisa, okay, respectively, have started their own companies, their own businesses, and they are just dope. I'm sorry, I love my family so much, and I just, to see your cousins who you remember when they were little kids, like Lisa, I remember when she was a baby. I have a picture of her laying on my mom's bed when her mother had just had her, and I was a preteen. Like, that's how much older I am than her, but she's like a little sister to me. I love her so much. And Keisha, I remember when she was little too. Shit, it was 3 of them. Her big sister Shakira, her middle sister Jazz, and then it was Keisha. And she was just so tiny, running around there. Her grandma's house, I'd come and visit, whenever I would come and visit, and they'd all be there. And I just remember it, bruh. And so when you can remember people when they were young or, inexperienced or whatever the circumstance is, and now you see them glowed up, you see them living their best life, you see them being successful. Listen, if you can't jump up and praise them and jump up and be happy for them, then you living your life wrong. Okay? Dead wrong. So, my cousin Keisha is, let's see what we got. Keisha has her company is called Wright Collection. On Instagram is Wright Collections. It's KWRIGHT Collections. Her Instagram is Wright_collection. And her business is, she's got bundles of hair. On her Instagram it says, looking for great quality virgin hair extensions, you've come to the right place. All the bundles are made to order, if I'm not mistaken, so you can't just say, hey, give me the money, or give me the hair, and then you immediately get it. You gotta wait because they have to make it. But apparently it's been doing well. She's been getting a ton of success, a ton of support as well, so I'm very happy. I'm hoping that she will continue on with this and get bigger and bigger. I think next stop, and I'll talk to her about this, but next step would probably be selling hair, to stores, right? Is that the next step? Selling hair to stores. And then, bam, then you get your money up, and then people can still come to you directly, or you can sell directly to the store, and then, hey, there's that. So I think that's dope, and I just love that she's come up with this, and she's doing it. So check out her Instagram, and I think she's also on Facebook. Check it all out because she has tons of pictures, tons of videos where people have hair. You can check out the quality of the hair, all of that stuff. She is based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm pretty sure she's shipping to people, but I'm not 100% sure. You may want to check her out. Again, her Instagram is at KWRIGHT_collection. Okay. My little cousin Lisa, she has a lingerie business. She's trying to get that going. Her lingerie Instagram is licklingerie.more. Okay, licklingerie.more. And those of you who have to say it phonetically to be able to spell it is Lingerie.more. So shout out to both of my cousins for getting this off and doing their thing. I wish them nothing but success, and this probably won't be my last time talking about it. I want them to win, and I will continue to big them up. I've got a cousin, Ashley, who's about to graduate from college, my nigga. Like, I can't even believe this. I remember when she was 6 years old and she was riding in the car and she was trying to tell me how to drive. Bruh, I'm just over the moon about my little cousins and the future of our family. Like, it's just dope. So, shout out to them. I'll be going to her graduation in May. She's graduating from Winthrop University, and I just couldn't be prouder. So shout out to all of my family who's doing their thing. Shout out to my cousin Tyler, who just graduated from Miami last year with her BSN. Okay, shout out to her. She's still out here doing it. I think she's going back to school. I think is she trying to be a doctor? I have to ask her. But it's quite possible she's trying to be a doctor. And trying to think anybody else. I've got a cousin, Keisha's big sister, Jazz. She's doing lashes, but I will get more information on Jazz and stuff, and we'll probably talk about it in another episode. But shout out to her for making this happen. So you got one sister getting the lashes right, the other sister getting the hair right, and you got the cousin over here that's, you know, getting your lingerie right so that you can get sexy for your man or your woman, whatever you like. Okay. And then, you know, I do this podcast thing. And, you know, got my other cousin. She's graduating from college. She's going to try to get a job soon. She'll be in the working force and trying to figure out her life and trying to navigate now of, you know, so this would be a brand new chapter in her life. And I'm sorry, cousin, this chapter is a long-ass chapter. This is a long working-ass chapter. A long working-ass, paying-ass bill chapter. All right? So just enjoy these last few weeks in college, please. So shout out to everybody that's doing their thing, and I will continue to have updates on, you know, the businesses. I will continue to try to figure out what's going on, if they're having events. If I can get to a place where I can record with anyone, I'll be sure to have them on there so they can tell, you know, about their business firsthand. Like, I'm here for it. I'm here for it all. So shout out to the fam bam. All right. Okay, so I turned the page here. It's been a very tragic week, seems like. But two USC kids have died. 2 USC kids have died. University of South Carolina, that is. Okay, guys. One guy died. He died. I don't even know what the story was with this fella, but he was from USC upstate. He died. His death got overshadowed by the young lady who got kidnapped and then was murdered when she was trying to catch an Uber out of 5 Points. 5 Points is a place downtown in Columbia, South Carolina, where all of the college kids go to party. It's bars and restaurants and clubs and shit. So, you know, it's a nice little area where you can get into a lot of trouble. Okay? And apparently the young lady was out on the corner. She was waiting on an Uber. A car pulled up.
Hello,
she got in the car.
I'd like to hear a
She
new beat on the request
then
line.
was never seen again alive.
Got it coming up.
Okay? Now, South Carolina now is trying to pass a bill now, some kind of rideshare bill that says, oh, these drivers need to have these lights in their cars to let people know that they're Uber or Lyft drivers, da 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 da. Here's my thing. I feel very sad for this young lady who has lost her life. I really do. I mean, regardless of the circumstance, this man or whomever killed her did not have to kill her. But here's the deal. I mean, I have tons of friends that drive Uber. I've ridden in Uber before. I know how this works. I'm sorry, okay? Like, this young lady is dead because she was negligent. This young lady is dead because she was not paying attention to her surroundings. She was not paying attention to anything. This was not your Uber driver. This was some random guy. So when you get into an Uber, when you have an Uber, you know, that's coming to pick you up, you have to check a lot of things. Uber gives you so much information. They give you a picture ID of the guy or the driver. They give you the name. They give you the color and the make and model of the car. They give you the license plate. They give you so much information, and it is up to you to make all of those checks before you get your ass into a car with a stranger. Okay? Simple. Like, I'm so sorry, but that's just what it is. I mean, they even told us that when I was in India for work. Listen, you call your cab, make sure your cab's, you know, license plate is this. You don't want to get caught up in a situation where you're kidnapped. Simple. Simple. Okay? So, I'm just, like, bugged out by this. She didn't check, you know, I have a good friend of mine who drives, and when she gets a driver, like when she gets a rider, like she literally says their name, Tom. Okay, they say, Shaniqua, okay? You know, you have to say these things. You have to be diligent. Just because you're taking an Uber or a Lyft or whatever, doesn't mean that your common sense goes out the window. So, I'm very sorry that the young lady has died. Extremely sorry. But I don't know that a new bill needs to be passed. I think that people need to pay a better attention. People need to teach their children from this situation. We don't need so much help from a government standpoint on how to get people to pay attention to their surroundings. You just have to do that. You just have to do that. So, you know, and I also have a theory of this whole thing. The story smells. The story smells just like Nipsey Hussle's murder / hit smells. This whole thing smells like yesterday's diapers. The story smells. I just don't know. I feel like she might have known the guy. Or it's so many things. Like, I have questions, but then I guess it's maybe the questions that a 35-year-old would ask, because I know about Uber. I know about the things that you need to do to keep yourself safe. So the questions that I have may be totally different from the questions of someone who is of that age, or a parent of that person, someone grieving and can't, you know, put all of these questions together. But I got legit questions like, come on, man, it just doesn't make any sense. I've talked about this with a couple of people. Like, this just doesn't make any sense. Something doesn't add up here, okay? But nonetheless, the young lady has passed on. They have laid her and the other young man to rest. There was one more University of South Carolina kid that also died. He was a baseball player. He dropped dead on the baseball field. My God. So it's been an extremely trying week for the University of South Carolina, and just in life in general. So I really feel bad about that. So hopefully those families can get some peace soon. I'm not sure when, not sure how soon, but soon. Yeah, it's just a rough thing. Life is hard. Life is really hard. So I pray for all those families, honestly. So also another bill that's coming in South Carolina is a fetal heartbeat bill. So if I'm not mistaken, and they've been trying to do this for some time now, but if I'm not mistaken, if the fetus has a heartbeat, they're saying you cannot abort it. So it's just amazing to me how many men are out here telling women what they can and cannot do with their bodies. Like, I'm not here for women who are sexually irresponsible and then use abortion as a form of birth control. I am not here for that. But the majority of women who have abortions are not out here just having good old abortions for no reason. I mean, it's just not what we're doing. It's just not what we're doing. And men should not be able to tell a woman what they can do with their body. I don't give a good goddamn. They really shouldn't. They really have no place to tell a woman that you have to keep this baby unless you were raped, or unless, you know, this. No. You don't give a stipulation on whether or not I have this kid or not. Because at the end of the day, if I have this kid and then, you know, things don't work out or something, you know, I'm following hard times, now I'm going on government aid, and you want to cut government aid too. You don't want people getting food stamps, and you don't want people getting just Social Security. You don't want any of that stuff in it either. So it's like, you can't tell me what to do with my body and then put me in a precarious situation, you know, financially, and then tell me, well, you better get up and get a job. We can't afford it. No. You don't get to dick us around like that. Dick yourself around, okay? Dick yourself around. Don't dick women around. Women have too much to worry about, too much to deal with. You don't get an opportunity to do this. And it's unfortunate because the women who vote are the ones who voted for the shit. So it's just like, damn. It's like, I'm mad, but it's like, how can I be mad when you bitches keep voting for this shit? Like, y'all keep voting for it. It's like, come on. My God. Just like, I guess I'll never really understand a woman voting for Donald Trump. Like, where is it loose in your skull? Like, where's the loose screw? Where's it at? You know? Like, what the hell? Anyway, I digress. And that's very frustrating, and I'll have to read more on it, but, I just don't like the notion of you trying to tell women, you know, you gotta have this baby. You know, trying to use, you know, the Bible just to suit them. You know, because that's really all it is. That's really all it is. Okay. So, the Joker trailer dropped. A brand new Joker movie is coming out. It's featuring our dude Joaquin Phoenix from Gladiator, Signs, We Are the Night. So many different movies. Joaquin is crazy in real life, so like him being Joker was is pretty fitting, I guess. It looks really dark, really sinister, really scary. Like, not scary in like a Us scary, but like scary and just demented, you know. Batman itself is extremely demented. Batman, all of his villains, the Joker, the Riddler, you know, Penguin, Catwoman, all of these people are so demented. So it fits right in with the DC brand. I don't know. I don't know how interested I am in it, but I mean, shout out to the ZZ chick who is in the movie from Atlanta, and she was also in Deadpool 2, the second Deadpool. So shout out to her for getting a DC and a Marvel check within a 2-year span. Shout out to her for that. So I'm happy for that. But no, it looks very strange. So we'll keep a watchful eye on that. I probably won't go see that at all. But yeah. Let's see. I turned the page here. We've got Brilliant Idiots. I wrote down Brilliant Idiots. Brilliant Idiots is a podcast that Charlamagne the God does with Andrew Schultz. He is a comedian, and you probably, if you ever watch MTV2, you know exactly who Andrew Schultz is. He's got tons of shows on there where it's like clip shows. They do skits and shit like that. But they do the show, and it's really dope. And they talked a lot about, this episode was a lot about, of course, Nipsey Hussle. But what they really bust down on this episode was the male fragile ego. And they also talked about pain and hurt. They talked about how, in order for this type of thing to stop happening, you know, this type of pain that everybody has in the hood, you have to be in a position where nobody is wanting, nobody needs anything. You know, everybody has to have something. If everybody has, then nobody is jealous. Nobody's trying to take this one out for what they have. Nobody's upset that this person got out of the hood and they didn't get out the hood. You know what I mean? So it was a very great episode. The episode is called The Marathon, which is, you know, a tribute to Nipsey Hussle. I guess the store that he had is called Marathon. And then I think that was part of his life lesson and life works, basically saying that this life is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. You know, and I think that's a legit way to look at life. So check that out if you have an opportunity. I enjoyed it immensely. They're very funny. They give you a different perspective. They had a guest on the show, and he talked a lot about things that I had never thought about. Like he talked about how, you know, he never understood where the colorism thing came from, because he grew up in a household where, you know, his granny was dark and he was like the lightest of everyone, and he never understood that, and you know, so it was just a very good episode, very enlightening, and worth a second listen. I probably could listen to it again. So y'all check that out anywhere where you get your podcasts. Brilliant Idiots is the name of the podcast. Steph Curry, my nigga Steph Curry. Okay, I love Steph Curry. You guys understand this? I got a Steph Curry jersey. All right, I'm not even a Golden State fan. I'm a Laker fan. And I'm a Golden State fan because I love Steph, and I'll always watch Golden State because Steph's not going nowhere. And the moment he leaves and comes to Charlotte, because I know that's going to happen, then I'll be a Charlotte Hornets fan for the rest of my life. Okay? So, Steph Curry, if you guys have been following basketball this year, he has been on a tear this year. He's been phenomenal. He has been shooting better than almost 40% from three. He's been, he just has a new bounce, a spry bounce in his step. And apparently he could not see. Apparently my man had vision issues his entire career, and he finally got contacts, and now he can see. So what you're saying is that he won 2 other championships. 3. Excuse me. He won 3 other championships. Shooting the 3, lights out.
Okay, you got it coming up.
In college, he shot the 3, lights out. All of these things happened, and he could not even see. My God. So yeah, he had blurry vision the whole damn time. So that's what's up. I love that. I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused because I just don't know where his parents was when he didn't have perfect vision as a child. I'm not sure why his wifey didn't say, "Boo, you can't see. You need to get you some glasses, maybe some contacts." I don't know what the circumstance was. I don't know what made him get him now. But I'm just listen. Better late than never. All right, but good for Steph. He's looking good. He's looking great. And it's April the 5th. So we're in a few more weeks. We'll be in the playoff mode. I'm extremely excited and ready. You're welcome. Alright, so I just wrote this stuff down today. But Lil Nas X sounds like a rapper name. Lil Nas X he sounds confused is what he sounds. Lil Nas X. But hey man, he's doing it. He's doing his thing. This young man is a singer. He's a country singer. He has merged hip-hop and country together. He has a song called Old Town Road, and probably other songs too. The Billboard Awards will not give him the country nod. They have removed his song off of the country chart because it's not country enough. Okay? Now, this song, if you go and listen to it, this song is country as fuck. I don't even understand what they're talking about. Yeah, okay. He has a rap beat or a hip-hop beat in the back. But believe me, he's singing about a damn truck and a dog. Believe that. Okay? Whatever they talk about in country. He's singing about that goddamn truck. He's singing about a goddamn dog. Okay? He's singing about the sun, a hat, and his boots. Alright? You're welcome for all of this stereotype. You're welcome for all the stereotypes. But I just thought it was whack that's what they did. And it's amazing to me because black people literally started all music. There's literally not one genre of music that we did not start. I just don't get it. It started with Muddy Waters. Like, do I have to do this? Do I have to do this? That it started with Muddy Waters down in Louisiana. Then he moved up to Chicago. Do I have to do this? Come on now. Come on now. Do I have to do this? Do I have to do this? That Elvis took all of his shit from black people. Do I have to do this? Huh? Do I? Come on now. Shit. So, and you know, country is so extra. Like, they hated Beyonce for her daddy song that she had off the Lemonade album. Oh my god. They hated that she was even nominated for a country Grammy. Jesus. They hated that she came to the CMT Awards and or the CMAs or whatever, the Country Music Awards, whatever it was. I don't know if it was the CMT Awards. I don't know if they have awards or if it was just Country Music Awards. But she performed there. She performed the Daddy Issue song with the Dixie Chicks. And those of you who know country know that country does not respect the Dixie Chicks because they had enough balls to talk shit about George W. Bush when he was in office, because Lord knows he was a moron. He's a lovable moron, but he was a moron nonetheless. But yeah, they basically got blackballed then, and I'm not sure how, man. Listen, I had loved Dixie Chicks. That Ready to Run goes hard still. Ready to run. You're welcome for that. All of y'all are welcome for that. Okay? But you know, they just don't like opening up their borders, you know, if you will. Okay? So it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate that Lil Nas X is getting this type of treatment. Apparently he went and he enlisted Billy Ray Cyrus, who is somebody I would never enlist, but he enlisted Billy Ray Cyrus to be on the remix of the song so that he could then get his country cred, maybe? I don't know why he did it, outside of maybe just wanting to do a song with a really good country artist. I have no idea. Okay. No real clue. So, shout out to Lil Nas X. I hope you keep killing it, sir. Darius Rucker is another black man who does country very, very well. He is, he does not like it when people call him Hootie from Hootie and the Blowfish, but I'm sorry, sir. The group is called Hootie and the Blowfish, and you're the lead singer, you're Hootie. Okay, you're Hootie. So, we've got tons and tons of singers that can do this and have done this. So I'm not sure what the problem is. So hopefully they'll stop being, dicks about the situation and let that boy chart and let him get his fucking money. Simple. This song's country as fuck. I have no idea what they're talking about. Okay. And I think the last thing that I actually have on my page is this Beyonce Adidas deal. All Day I Dream About Sex. That's a song that came out many years ago. Killer Mike. Adidas was the acronym, and that's what it stood for. All day I dream about sex. All day I dream about. Anyway, shout out to Beyonce with this damn deal. Like, I can't even stress to you how excited I am that this has happened for her. Now, I was a little confused because, Jay-Z is basketball operations with Puma. So I thought that maybe she would have a Puma deal, because Puma would kind of be really popping if that happened. I mean, and it kind of still is. I mean, shit, Jay-Z, it holds a lot of cachet. Rihanna's on board with Puma. So it works. And I think a lot of people on Rock Nation are, they took the Puma brand as well. I think Nipsey was a part of that too. He had lots of Puma gear too. Rhapsody with the Puma, and then of course with Kanye is the Adidas. So I just thought that was interesting that it was Adidas. I mean, not so much that it had to be Puma. I just thought it was interesting that it was Adidas and not anyone else. But apparently she had a meeting with Reebok. Reebok had a good thing going, I guess, but they weren't diverse enough, and Beyonce said, fuck this. I need people who look like me. I need people who have been through the things that I've been through and understand my background, understand my people, to be working on this, because we're not just doing a sneaker. We're making a motherfucking movie here. So let's just do it, and let's do it right. And I respect that. I respect the fuck out of that. Only Beyonce can do it, because this is the time that we're in. Beyonce is queen. Diversity is king. You must have those things. You must have diversity in order to get these top bills and these top names. You have to. They mean too much to all of those respective groups for them to go to a company where only white men and women are working on their brand. That is not it. Simple. It's not it. And I'm hoping that this will then in turn make these companies realize, okay, we need to add more people of color, more women into our company. Not just so we can pull a Beyonce, but so that we can be the best version of our company as possible. New, fresh, hip ideas don't come from old fogey white people. I'm sorry. They just don't. They just don't. So, straighten the fuck up, okay? Get it together. And, of course, I'm excited that this announcement happened because you know what this means in my world and in my life. In my mind, this means that there's some Beyonce music coming. That, in my mind, this means this is just the start of the fact that we're going to have an album before the end of May. And I'm only knocking on wood and praying that that's a fact. I'm totally putting this out in the air, and it could be 100% a lie. But that's just what I feel. So, as Carrie and I were talking, we believe it's coming. We believe it's coming. It better be coming, okay? Between her and Rihanna, they both killing me right now, okay? But anyway, that's pretty much all I had today, guys. It was enough, I think. I will, like I said, I'll be going to see Us tomorrow. I will be recording my review as soon as I get home. I already know it. I got the Loonies track geared up to even be in the background. I don't care about the licensing. I'm using the Loonies track because I know it's going to be important to use that Loonies I Got 5 on the track. If you guys didn't know, I've got my podcast up on a few more platforms now. So the new platforms that I have podcasts up on, Blueberry, which is a pretty big podcasting site. that was added. So it was added to Blueberry, Castbox, iTunes, TuneIn, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Google Play, Podbean, of course, Stitcher, and Spreaker. If you listen to podcasts on something else and you would like it there, send me a DM on the @MillSpeaks page on Instagram, and I will work to get it added, because that's what I will do. Alright, so listen guys, thanks so much for listening. I really appreciate your time, and we're going to bring this goddamn beat up, and I pray y'all have a great weekend. Holla!